If you were to take the collective genius of the biggest names in music, film, and high technology and roll it up into a big ball, you would have, well, this. Meet Clayman. He is the first offspring of DreamWorks Interactive. DWI, as it's called, is the joint venture between Microsoft and DreamWorks SKG. Steven Spielberg, Jeffrey Katzenberg, David Geffen, and Bill Gates joined forces to produce interactive entertainment software.
The significance is, basically you've got these big names, and especially with Spielberg, you have the talent pool that he brings with him.
The Neverhood is DreamWorks Interactive's first release. While everyone else is using 3D graphics, special effects, weaponry, and blood and guts, DWI is using clay.
Which casts real shadows, has real highlights, has real fingerprints on it, and real bounce lights, and kind of has more of a believable effect. People keep saying that they believe that they're in the Neverhood when they play the game. They believe that they are Clayman, because the character, he is real, just his movements are fake.
Doug TenNapel created the Neverhood. He used 3.5 tons of clay to create a world of odd creatures, dark passageways, man-eating plants, and Clayman. Clayman, the unlikely hero who you, as the game player, help to defeat the evil foe and restore benevolence to the Neverhood. Steven Spielberg says he's thrilled with how the game turned out.
The Neverhood is a wonderful adventure, but it's also a zany adventure. It's filled with humor and sight gags, and it's just great.
If initial reviews of the Neverhood are any indication of how well the game will do, DWI's first release could blow away its competition. In Los Angeles, this is David Winter reporting.
Yeah. There's another really cool thing. Go back to the recipe book.
What? I know what you're thinking, and you can forget it. Huh? What's that?
Asleep so long. Who woke me? What is your name?
Clayman.
Clayman. Yes, of course. Well, stand up, friend. You saved this world, and...
Die, you old fool!
understood that guy.
That. So what a confidence with the back there. The gate is round.
Bob the car guy?
This is clay on a metal skeleton.
Oh, Lordy.
You like sauerkraut?
Oh my God. Well, clay is something that kids can do, for one thing, so they can identify with it. Because they actually own clay, they play with it, they make snowmen and monsters and all sorts of things out of it, and dinosaurs, and they understand how clay works. So there's much more, that aesthetic distance is cut way down when a kid looks at claymation in an interactive game, because it reminds that child that they could also be doing that themselves. The Neverhood is a wonderful adventure, but it's also a zany adventure. It's filled with humor and sight gags. And it's just great. You know, they're good titles and they're good product, and they're the kind of things that I would go out and buy for my own children. And all I wanted to do with DreamWorks Interactive was to be able to bring something home to my kids that they would like.
The Neverhood exists in black space. It is a neighborhood that may never exist, thus the Neverhood, based on the moral decisions of the player who plays a character named Clayman. We decided to do real 3D using clay, which casts real shadows, has real highlights, has real fingerprints on it and real bounce lights, and kind of has more of a believable effect. People keep saying that they believe that they're in the Neverhood when they play the game. They believe that they are Clayman because the character, he is real, just his movements are fake. The Neverhood uses over 3.5 tons of clay. There's 50,000 frames of animation in this whole thing. We shot the whole thing in 1 year with 5 animators. It is the most extensive use of clay and puppet animation ever to hit a video game to date. We may beat ourselves someday, but it won't be this year.
When you're taking real photographs of, actual physical, dimensional media like clay, then it lends a whole new character to it, and it's something that, even though it's completely otherworldly, people can relate to it more than a sterile, flat world that is created by computer graphics. The Neverhood, I put the disc in, thinking, oh, this is kind of cute, and the intro was good enough. And I started playing it, and it seemed quirky at first, and I didn't put it down. I played it 8.5 hours straight. I played the entire game in one sitting. So you tell me. I mean, I loved it. It was really a fun game. The significance is, basically you've got these big names, and especially with Spielberg, you have the talent pool that he brings with him.